Not, no.
No, good.
Intermittently.
Long-winded, perhaps?
No, you're not long-winded.
I'm not long-winded?
No, you're not. You're really
I
not.
haven't accused of that.
I've actually enjoyed every word you've ever said. And you're not long-winded, you're pretty concise, actually. And I've looked at a lot of video of you. So I'm an expert.
I do agree you're an expert on that.
I am.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we get started on time. Got a few minutes here. I think I'll be up against the fire to get warm here.
That is funny. That's very funny.
Excellent. Good to see you again, sir.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Got here in time. Thank God for that.
You come from the
I was on the island. I just, you know.
Yes.
with the weather today here Thursday.
I know it wasn't blowing like usual. Yeah. Usually I'm all windblown when I come in here.
I don't mind at all. It's going to disrupt the feng shui of everything.
Okay. I love this fire.
Okay, Betty, how are you? Glad to hear Nathan is here. Miriam is here somewhere. Okay. And, hold on for a second. We're almost ready to go. It's almost 7 o'clock. 6:59.
And the
Getting warm
entire
by the fire while we're still on the fire.
usual suspects. He's getting warmed by the fire.
Crackle and pop.
He's kidding me.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
calling this the Carol Harvey show. And the Restoration Advisory Board, all the usual suspects, and Bob Beck, who runs the island. And here's Rachel over here and Dan Stone.
Sounds like a good idea, okay. Okay, well, welcome everybody to the 180th Rab Meeting, Restoration Advisory Board meeting of the former Naval Station Treasure Island, the Restoration Advisory Board. This is our December end of year Restoration Advisory Board meeting, and you'll see that reflected in the agenda tonight. I just want to make a few introductions. Dave Clark here is the lead project manager for the entire base here. He's with me.
Hello.
And we have Chris Yantos tonight, who's going to give the first presentation, an update on the work going on at Site 12 in the solid waste disposal areas. We've got Nathan Shoemaker and Mehdi Sunga here from the Department of Toxic Substances Control. We have Miriam Zeck here, and I guess I shouldn't have said that until I actually laid eyes on her again. She was here. She's going to plug her car in. Okay. All right. So Miriam Zeck is here from the Water Board, the Regional Water Quality Control Board, and she'll be here shortly after she's done plugging her car in, which is a good thing. And let's see. We have Ray Schul here. Ray, if you could stand. Ray is a radiation safety officer. He works very closely with Mr. Chris Yantos on Site 12. And Mr. Bob Beck from the Treasure Island Development Authority. I appreciate you being here. And Dan Stone is here also. He's from the housing provider, the Villages. And we also have a couple project managers here for the first time that are listening. We have Mukesh Mehta on our team. Thank you. All right. And then we have Miss Kimberly Noble. Kimberly? Hi. And Kimberly, if I could just ask you to sit closer to Mehta, and unless you're doing a presentation with Chris, all of a sudden, it'd probably be better to be in the audience, and then we'll open up a seat for Miriam.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So a couple of things. Introductions again. We have 3 minutes that you're allowed for questions after the presentations. Because this is end of year Restoration Advisory Board, we have 2 presentations. One of them is the update that I just spoke of. Mr. Yantos will be presenting. And then Mr. Clark and I will talk about everything we've accomplished in the program in 2015, and then a look ahead at what we hope to accomplish in 2016. That's our traditional presentation we do at the end of the year. And we've got quite a bit to talk about because this has been a great year for the environmental cleanup program at Treasure Island, of what we've accomplished, and the clear vision we have of what we need to do next year. Just a couple rules. We have Christine here who takes transcripts. And so if you do have questions or comments and you come to the microphone there during the comments session, please clearly state your name as the very first thing you do. Christine needs that because she needs to identify in her notes who the speaker is. And she needs to know that for her purposes. And then please speak very clearly so that not only I can hear you, the presenter can hear you, but also Christine can hear you as well. Tommy Jean Balmassi is here, and she will be tracking the time. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and you get to speak 1 time per presentation. And again, there's 2 presentations tonight. So your comments should be addressed, RAB members and community, towards the presentation at hand, right? So when Chris presents, have questions for him on his presentation only. And then for Dave and I, ours is a much more general type of presentation, but geared towards what we've talked about. And then there'll be, at the very end, a community Q&A period with the time that we have left over from that for the meeting. Okay, I believe I've covered the bases. Ms. Bill?
Today we're just going to be talking about old business where we approve minutes. Then we will talk about the rat cleanup team update. Then we'll go into the program on fieldwork update site 12. Then we'll look back and look ahead, the document tracking sheets and field schedule, any announcements and future agenda items, and then the community question and answer period before we adjourn.